Hello, I'm Kira. Welcome to Shakti Power Yoga. Today we will be doing a short practice to target lower back pain. So come onto all fours in tabletop position to start. We will take rounds of cat-cow, Marjariasana, Vitalasana. So follow your own breath here. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the back, cat pose. Continue with your own breath. Back pain can be caused by poor posture, which is usually what it's accredited to. So that C-shaped curve in the upper back, we want to kind of open up in this pose and just take that arch away with you and improve your posture for the rest of the day. Also, as a result of that poor posture, breathing is compromised. So breathing is really important in this practice as well. Make sure you're taking full, deep, diaphragmatic breaths as you inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Keep going, great job. Other causes of back pain can be weak abs and tight hips and hamstrings. So we're going to focus on all of those areas today to try to provide you with some relief to chronic back pain from carrying a heavy backpack, walking around all day, sitting all day. This is great for anyone that has consistent mild back pain. And take your last round now and find tabletop once more. We are going to take side bends here. So from tabletop, turn your head to the right and look back to the right foot and get a deep arch on the side body on the left side. And come back through center and exhale, look back to the left foot, stretch. Inhale to center. And again, we're just moving with our own breath here. We don't have to stay together. And cultivating deep breath during your practice will eventually get ingrained so that you carry that great deep diaphragmatic breath throughout your day. Keep going. We're just warming up the spine. Make sure your chest is staying open. Your interscalpular muscles on your back are doing their job. You feel really open in the chest and the shoulder blades are pushing slightly together. And come back through center. One last pose here. If you've done thread the needle pose, this is very similar to that, but we are not going to find our way to the ground after. So you are going to lift your right hand up in the air, look towards your right hand, up towards the sky, three-legged tabletop. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, lower that right hand and take the other side. This is just a super gentle twist to open up your spine. So in between your vertebrae are these gelatinous shock absorbers that don't have their own blood supply to provide nutrients. So when you twist your spine in this way, you're basically squeezing out stale fluid and then bringing in a fresh supply with fresh nutrients. So if you have lower back pain or upper back pain, getting good twists into your yoga practice is very important. And we'll do one more each side. Great job. Come find a standing Tadasana. We'll take 2 rounds of Surya Namaskara A. This practice is not meant to be super active. It's really focused just on the back. So we're just trying to warm up a little bit further. Inhale, hands rise, upward salute. Back bend in the upper back. And exhale, forward fold. You can cross your arms here. This is good for just stretching out the lower back. Don't press anything too hard. Just let yourself fall to where you find that point of resistance. And halfway lift. Plant the palms and we'll step back into plank. Stay here for a moment. Anytime you have back pain and you're practicing yoga, it's important not to be too jolting with your practice. So definitely take any stepping varieties instead of jumping from pose to pose, just to make sure you're not shocking your back in any way. But other than that, yoga can be really great for back pain. Option to put your knees down as we all lower down to chaturanga. And then upward dog or cobra. And then downward facing dog. Breathe here. Step up. Find your half forward fold. And then forward fold. Arms spread wide as you rise up. Upward salute. Hands to heart, Tadasana. Great job. We'll do that once more. This time we'll flow with the breath. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back plank pose. Option to lower the knees as we all lower down chaturanga. And Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Great job. Forward fold now. Plant the palms. Step back, plank pose. Drop the knees if you wish, and we'll all lower completely to the ground. Bring your hands back behind you along your sides. We are going to take 3 rounds of this Bhujangasana cobra pose variation without the hands supporting us. So our legs are hip distance apart. Our knees are turned inward, meaning that we are really flexing our quads here. And now you're going to push into the ground and lift your chest to rise. Inhale and exhale. Two more breaths. Lower down, cheek to ground. Great job. This is great for strengthening the lower back and mobilizing the mid back. We'll take a second round. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to lower down. Other cheek rests on the ground. We have one more round of Bhujangasana with this variation, and then we have a few more to play with. Ready yourself. Press into the legs once more and lift up a final time. Gaze is steady. Feel your back body here. One more breath. And come back down. Great job. Now we'll take 3 cobra poses with goalpost arms. So bring your arms out to your sides. We'll rest for a minute more, but just prep the hands. Root through the lower body and lift up. And lower back down. Great job. Ready yourself and lift up. One more breath. And lower back down. One more round here. Rest, recover, follow your breath, and lift up. Keep going. Great job. Feel the power in your back. And lower down. We only have one more cobra variation here. So rest for a moment. Bring your arms straight out in front of you. This will be the most difficult of the 3 cobra variations. If you're not ready for it, go ahead and stick with one of the first 2. We are going to lift everything up, hands plug into the front wall. Stretch your body as far as it can. Two more breaths. Great job. And lower down. This is so great for your back. We're strengthening every part of our back here. Lift up again. Lift a little higher. And lower down. We have one more. Let's make it the best one we've had so far. Ready? And lift up. Up a little higher, last breath. And drop back down. Hands come to your sides. You can stay using your knees if you want. We're going to push straight up into plank pose. And press the hips back into downward facing dog. And right foot comes forward, warrior one. So warrior one, hips are facing the front wall, arms are straight up, and hips rotate to the side wall, straighten the front leg, and take triangle pose. Along with keeping that front leg very straight, it's really important to keep the back leg straight as well. You can add a block here, going on the inside or the outside of the front foot, if that helps you keep your legs straight and keep that rotation in the upper body. Come up through center, lean forward, level the hips, and then take your left hand down the mat or to a block. Keep with your slow, deep breaths. These breaths stop the stress response, cool the SNS system. And this breath differentiates this healing yoga from physical therapy that might be doing similar moves but mindlessly, or while listening to music or watching TV or reading. This mindfulness that we bring to yoga is very important. Great job. Lower the top hand. Come back to plank pose. Press back, down dog. And now left foot steps forward. Warrior one on this side. Really spread the toes on the front foot. We can also heal our back by spreading the toes, wearing the right shoes, which have a wide toe box and no heel. Hips come to the side, straighten the front leg, and triangle pose. I know sometimes we have to wear shoes that are not great for our feet. So letting our feet breathe and stretch during our yoga practice can be healing. And come through center and take revolve triangle pose. Lower down, come into plank, and we'll press back into child's pose. This child's pose, Balasana, we are going to keep our knees a little bit closer so that we can fold completely down, forehead to the ground, hands back behind us with the palms facing up. That ends our back strengthening portion. We are going to strengthen our abs a little bit here. Nothing too hard. Like I said, weak abs can contribute to back pain. So we just want to strengthen up our front body to alleviate some strain on the back body. So relax here a moment more. And gently press up and find your way to your back. We are going to take 3 rounds of Navasana boat pose. So the first round I will show you a modification. If you want to go straight into full boat pose, that's fine. We will lift up now. Bend the knees, hands come forward, modified boat. Breathe here, head tall, neck long. Option to grab onto the legs if this is too difficult. And lower all the way down. Relax. Hands come forward, press back into boat pose. This time I am taking full boat pose. Feel free to keep the legs bent. You're doing so great. Our practice is almost over. Stay with it. 2 more breaths. And come back down. We have 1 more. Relax here. Prepare yourself. Hands come back forward, press up, take whatever variation you need. Deep breath here, neck long, back straight. Two more breaths. And lower back down. We are going to take reclined pigeon pose, Supta Kapotasana. Right leg comes over your left. You can stay here, or you can press the left foot into the air and grab a hold of your left hamstring. You can stay here, or grab a hold of that left shin. Now we are stretching out the external hip flexors. Again, any kind of tightness in the back body, in your legs, all the way down to your feet, can kind of pull on your lower back. So you want to make sure there's no tight link there that is stretching another part of the chain farther than it should be. One final pull here, and left foot finds the ground. We'll take the other side. Left leg comes over the right. Stay there or thread the hands through and find your bind. Halfway on the side. And one last pull in, deep stretch. And I'm going to find my way to Shavasana. If you want to take a moment and grab a rolled blanket to place under the knees, that's going to really alleviate pressure on your back. if you're having any pain in your lower back. So take a moment, do what you need to make sure that Shavasana is a restorative pose. Come back to natural breath. So no longer deepening the breath and focusing on the diaphragm. Just breathe naturally and use that breath as a focus point for your meditation here. Let all your good work sink in. Thank you for taking the steps today to heal yourself. And wiggle the hands, wiggle the toes. Roll over to one side. Use your bicep as a pillow and rest here. Resting on the side allows you not to activate your SNS to help you rise up quickly. Like that sharp raise in blood pressure and heart rate can really activate your stress hormones. So this gradual sitting up process makes sure that you stay in a restful state. And go ahead and slide up now. Come find an easy seat, hands in prayer. Thank you for practicing with me today. Come join me again soon. Thumb knuckles to third eye. Breathe in. Exhale forward. Namaste. Great practice. I appreciate that you got on the mat with me today. You can subscribe to my channel here, or find other healing practices for any ailment that you might have in my restorative practice playlist.